tubing, Snapchatting, rumbling bastards. Well, shake your tits and swing your dicks. You made it to another Friday in December, and your favorite internet sensation with libation, the Friday wrap-up, is coming to you live from Santa's Downtown Lounge. Well, before we get today's show kicked off, I want to tip my hat to today's libation. It's the holidays. So you know what that means? Holiday cocktails. So today's libation is brought to you by the good folks at Jack Daniels. We're drinking some Winter Jack. I wanted to do this last week, but I told you I broke the bottle. I had to go out and buy a brand new one. I love this shit. It's I only get it on the holidays. Only comes once a year, like some marriages. It's really just apple cider liqueur infused with Jack Daniels, two of my favorite things. So as I load, drink up and be somebody. Oh, that's refreshing. Now, you can serve this hot. Just warm it in the microwave. It's not going to burn the alcohol out. I actually prefer this, though, on the rocks. So, there we go. All right. Well, my ban has been lifted, and I'm back at it on YouTube like a smack addict. So, all the episodes that I wasn't able to post on YouTube, I will post them this weekend. So, they're going to be a little bit out of sequence, but they will be there. If you guys haven't checked out my Rumble channel yet, get over to Rumble, put the Tommy G channel in the search. It'll pop up, subscribe, like. Only because if I get banned on YouTube, that's where everything else ends up going anyway. So, there's that. It's been another magical week. What can I say? Posted a new sneaker review this week. Actually, Wednesday it was. I reviewed the Jordan 11 Cherry. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, go check it out. Like it. If you just landed on the channel, make sure you subscribe and like the videos. It does help out. So without further ado, let's dive into the show. I have a couple of observations before we get today's show kicked off. One, just being out and about. Why the hell are ugly people? Why do ugly people put makeup on? I don't understand this. It doesn't hide the fact that they make small children have nightmares. I mean, I don't understand why that's a necessity. I mean, if you look like you fell out of the fucking ugly tree face first, save yourself some money on the makeup. That's all I'm saying. Also had another observation that I'd like to share. So I go to the store where I buy my cigars the other day. And, I'm not a pot smoker. I don't like it. I've never tried it. It smells like ass. But anyway, so being that I'm not a pot smoker, I've never really noticed this before. But when I was at the cigar place, they have this case, and it has, it's full of bowls and bongs and other devices for smoking marijuana. And I'm waiting in line behind somebody, so I just happened to be looking at them, and I noticed that the tip of all of the bowls looked like the head of a penis. And it dawned on me just then that all these fucking potheads are actually practicing for prison. I mean, you're all sucking on glass dicks. I mean, and they come in different sizes too. Some of them are fat, some of them are short, some of them are long. I'm like, look at that. I know what you're thinking. Oh my goodness, what kind of store were you in? It's all of them. It's every single bowl, glass bowl. It has the end of it looks like the tip of an uncircumcised cock. So you're like, you're puffing on the pee hole, pal. So listen, next time you pack a bowl and decide to hit it, maybe shove a finger up your ass too. Really keep it authentic. All right, kids, got some sad news. Bob McGrath, one of the original humans from Sesame Street, died on Sunday. He was 90. It was time. He was 90 years old. I mean, he's been on the show since the pilot in 1969, and he retired in 2017. So I believe that he did 47 seasons with Sesame Street. Listen, don't act like you never watched Sesame Street when you were a kid, okay? If you didn't, you probably don't know how to fucking count, all right? everybody watch Sesame Street. More sad news. Actress Kirstie Alley died on Monday after losing her battle with colon cancer. She was 71. Ass cancer. Whew, what a terrible way to go. That should only happen to liberals. You know? She was known for playing Rebecca Howe on Cheers, Lieutenant Savick in Star Trek 2, one of my favorite Star Trek movies, by the way, and Look Who's Talking movies. She was a handsome woman back in the day. I don't mind telling you that. I mean, she looks like she was fun on a Friday night. And more importantly, she voted for Trump. So we're going to miss her. Here's a holiday fun fact for you, though. The town of Seneca Falls in upstate New York was named one of the best must-see Christmas towns in the USA. No small wonder. It's said to be the inspiration behind the fictional town of Bedford Falls in my favorite movie, It's a Wonderful Life. I know. Most of you just went, oh my God, that's not his favorite movie. It actually is. There's a lot of movies that I love that are on my, that are on my favorites list, but my absolute favorite, for some odd reason, is It's a Wonderful Life. And I know I hate Christmas, but it's not a Christmas movie. There's just one scene that happens to take place during Christmas, but the rest of the fucking movie has nothing to do with Christmas at all. And I think that's why I like it. Plus, you know, I just love Jimmy Stewart movies. Clarence, say, those pedals. So anyway, they have this annual It's a Wonderful Life festival for 4 days. They do movie screenings, character parades, and you can even meet I think it's the only surviving actor from the movie, the little girl who played Zuzu, who I think now is like 1,000. But it looks delightful. I think I would probably like to check that out next year, God willing. All right, kids. Twitter, illegal sex, and a mensch. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas in Bellevue. All righty. All right, kids. Get your tickets out. We're about to hop onto that maniacal, magical express into mayhem and fuckery. The crazy train's about to leave the station. All aboard! Woo-hoo! First stop, New York City. Well, the legendary comedy club Caroline's will be closing permanently after 40 years come January 1st. Another victim of New York City's liberal mismanagement, Caroline's has hosted so many well-known comics like Jerry Seinfeld, Billy Crystal, Jon Stewart, Joy Behar, Larry David, Jimmy Fallon, just to name a few. And ironically, they're all liberals too. So I guess these idiots basically voted themselves out of a fucking venue. All right, next stop, Russia. But we're gonna circle back to Russia. I actually meant to mention this during the Biden blunder, but we're gonna circle back. So next stop, San Francisco, the Twitter headquarters. So unless you've been living under a rock this week, Elon Musk, the new owner of Twitter, has basically opened the fucking floodgates and exposed how Twitter was suppressing the Hunter Biden laptop story during the 2020 election. I mean, and there's actual fucking proof that they were colluding with the FBI, with the DNC on 2 separate intervals, and the person that was the point guy was this guy James Baker, who used to be the attorney for the FBI under Jim Comey. You remember the whole Russiagate, Russian Steele dossier bullshit that also turned out to be fiction. Well, so, you know, I mean, if you said Twitter was trying to suppress the Hunter Biden story to influence the election, you would have gotten banned, shut up, all that stuff. I mean, here it is. You know? I mean, so I got to be careful how I phrase this because they're going to fucking pull it. So, you know, our friend number 45, you know, he wasn't, I could see how this could stick in his craw. Okay? Because I say he shouldn't harp on it, and he shouldn't. They're not gonna fucking do anything about it. It's just, you know, it is what it is. But I'm not saying he's right, wink, wink. But I'm also not gonna say he's fucking wrong. So I can understand why this is agitating him. It would agitate me too. So that contest that we shouldn't mention that happened 2 years ago, where we challenged the outcome of. We questioned the outcome of. It looks like we may not have been incorrect about that, to some degree. At least this is the one thing so far that's coming out that's proven, because there's been polls, many of them, that said that polled people who voted for Joe Biden that said if they knew about this whole scandal, would it have influenced their vote? And they said yes. Now, I'm not saying who they would vote for, but they definitely said it would have influenced the vote, would have influenced the election. And Elon Musk himself said that is just outright collusion. Elon said it, YouTube, not me. I'm just paraphrasing what the man said. Okay, that's all. Relax, take a breath. So, there's that, and there's more to come. They dropped some more files and stuff like that. Even there was stuff Jack Dorsey didn't even know about. This was all happening right under his nose too, allegedly. So it'll be interesting to see what comes out as time goes on. And then of course Trump sent on his Truth Social app, I don't want to call it a tweet, I think a truth, whatever the fuck they call it. He said, you know what, if they're going to do all of this shit, they should just suspend the fucking Constitution. Now, everybody on the left went bananas. Oh my God, he wants to throw out the Constitution. No, again, they took his words out of context. Maybe because he's a little bit raw. He's not as polished, but he wasn't saying throw the Constitution away. He was saying that if you're going to let this type of stuff fly, you might as well, because you're just skirting all the fucking rules. And the left is just latching on to this and going, he wants to throw the Constitution away. And that's exactly what they do. These are the same fucking people that said that the Constitution is archaic, that we shouldn't be held to the laws of that were written 200 years ago by a bunch of old farts. These are the same fucking people that are now trying to vilify Donald Trump. Again, it's okay when they do it. Like when they want to suppress our First Amendment right by censoring us or banning us on shit. Or like, with YouTube, with Twitter, they actually were shadow banning people. And there's proof of that. That was in the next release. So that's okay if you step on the First Amendment. Fuck you, who needs it, right? And then, of course, they want to take away our Second Amendment rights. Why should we have those? And on and on and on and on and on. Okay, so it's all right if they do it, but not if Donald Trump just makes a left-handed remark. It's just fucking insanity, people. All right, next stop, Russia. So, again, they let go this Brittany Griner. They let her go. They traded her for one of the biggest arms dealers in the Middle East and in Eastern Europe, the Merchant of Death. And, they're holding 2 American prisoners. Russia was holding 2 American prisoners, I should say. One was Brittany Griner, who got arrested in Russia because she went there on her own to play basketball and got caught in Russia in an airport with hash. Stupid. And then they got a Marine who got arrested and locked up for, I guess, doing his job of being a Marine. And the Biden administration was only able to negotiate the release of a WNBA player that really nobody gives a fuck about, who got herself locked. First of all, she's one of these liberals that hates the country, hates the United States, hates everything, went to Russia to play ball, and got herself arrested because she's stupid. All right? So they were holding her in a Russian gulag for the last 9 months, and blah, 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 blah. And Biden said he was being pressured by a lot of black women and all this other shit. And hey, that's fine. Listen, she's an American, bring her home. But not at the fucking expense of a United States Marine. Now, the Biden administration is saying that they couldn't make the trade for both. And I think that's bullshit. Because if you're a strong leader that they respect and fear, like he who shall not be named, number 45, he would have gotten both of them back. Okay? That's, you want to call it conjecture, you want to call it opinion, call it whatever the fuck you want. We all know that's the fucking truth. So, there's that. Next stop, Indonesia. So, Indonesia passed the law banning premarital sex. What the fuck? Okay? This is a dirty third world country. What the fuck else are you gonna do there? Okay? It's not like they even have fucking cable. There's no HBO Max. There's no Netflix. There's nothing. Okay? This even extends to tourists. Which, who the fuck would want to travel here? I mean, who? Of all the places you could take a vacation, why Indonesia? What? Why? You like dysentery? I don't understand. okay? They have insects the size of your face. They have venomous creatures of all kinds, malaria, monsoons, and no fucking toilet paper. Go to Miami or Pensacola, someplace like that. Nice. Where they have indoor electricity. You can fuck all you want. Okay? Violators apparently will be punished by up to a year in an Indonesian prison. What a paradise that must be. Talk about being picky about who you bang. I mean, it's bad enough that you got to worry about, like, you know, all kinds of venereal diseases and, you know, whether or not the broad or the person you're with is actually, you know, a legit, you know, I mean, was born that way, like, is the equipment original? But now you got to worry about getting fucking locked up for having a little nookie? I mean, I don't know if your box is worth a year in the box. I mean, can you imagine? You get locked up for that shit? Hey, man, what you in for? Fucking? Yeah, I know. Black people never go to prison. All right, get your sports update. Oof, well, thank God. MLB, let's get a little MLB news in here. The Yankees have retained Aaron Judge. Thank the baseball gods. They signed him to a 9-year contract worth $360 million. They beat out the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres, who were lobbying on it. And I got to give credit to Aaron Judge here, because he said all along that he wanted to remain in pinstripes. He wanted to be a Yankee. And the Padres actually offered him a lot more money. I think they offered him $30 million more. So I think it was an 8-year contract at $390 million, and he turned it down to go to the Yankees, stay with the Yankees, and the Giants had pretty much a similar deal on the table as the New York Yankees. So he said no, and he went to the Yankees. He's staying with the Yankees for 9 years at $360. Cashman should be fired. Honestly, this really happened because Steinbrenner interceded, and fucking finally Hal got off of his ass. If Cashman wasn't such a schmuck in preseason, you know, it just refused to bend to a 9-year contract and just met this kid halfway, they could have got him on fucking sale. Okay, because he wouldn't have bet on him. He would have just signed the contract then, and they probably would have got him maybe at $60 million less. You know? So, they'll probably make him captain too. They probably threw that in there just to kind of sweeten the deal a little bit. But anyway, I'm glad he's staying, and I'm even happier that he stuck it to the Yankees. Okay? And now I can wear my Judge jerseys for like the next 10 years. Because, you know, you buy these fucking jerseys with your favorite player on them, and it ain't cheap. And then all of a sudden the fucking guy leaves, and now what do you do with the fucking the jersey? You look like a schmuck. So, you know, at least I could wear my 99 for a while. In other MLB news, the stupid Mets lost fucking DeGrom to the Rangers. They actually offered him more money than the Rangers, but DeGrom just did not want to stay in New York, and he left and he went to Texas. I really wish the Yankees would have been able to keep this kid. He would have been great on the Yankees. Anyway, the Mets did pick up Justin Verlander on a 4-year deal. So, I mean, in my opinion, I think DeGrom is a much better pitcher. Probably one of the best in the MLB. But Verlander is definitely right up there with him. You know, it's a tight contest. So, yeah, the Mets got you know, an ace pitcher. Again, another guy the Yankees should have really scooped up. But, you know, they were focused on Judge. They had to keep Judge. They just had to. Otherwise, I think there would have been a fucking revolt in the Bronx. All right, so moving on. NFL. Let's talk about the fucking Giants last week. They tied the Commanders in a division. First of all, how the fuck do you tie in a professional NFL football game? Why is this being allowed? First of all, they blew it on a fucking field goal. Okay, let's call a spade here. All right? The Giants do not play fucking consistency for all 4 quarters. They maybe played consistent for like the second and third quarter. The first quarter, they were in la-la land. The fourth quarter, they were fingering each other. I don't understand how the hell you fucking tie, okay? First of all, ties should not be allowed in the NFL. What are you going to do with a tie? You're 7-4-1. What are you going to do with a fucking tie? What does that mean? Nothing. Guts. You should play to sudden death. Run the, throw another 20 seconds on the clock until someone does something, scores a field goal or a touchdown or something, just like they do in the playoffs, just like they do in the Super Bowl. This shouldn't be allowed in regular season games. It's fucking dumb, okay? I understand this fucking happens. Anyway, Giants play the Eagles Sunday at 1 o'clock. I don't even know if I want to watch this fucking game. I'm going to have an aneurysm watching. Listen, I say this every year. I don't give a shit if the Giants go to the playoffs. I don't give a shit if the Giants go to the Super Bowl. If they're going to win any games throughout the year, at least let them beat the fucking Eagles. Okay? That's all I'm asking. Just beat the fucking Eagles and I'll be happy. So, just the fucking Eagles. And I hate to say it. What, 11-1? There's no way. There's no fucking way Giants are beating the Eagles. Matter of fact, here's my Super Bowl prediction. I'm going to give it to you right now. Ready for it? Super Bowl this year, Philadelphia and Buffalo Bills. And I'll even say this, the Bills win. There. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's my prediction. Buffalo and the Eagles. Anyhow, speaking of Buffalo, Jets play the Bills Sunday at 1 o'clock. Why is this not a 4 o'clock game? I don't know. Okay, how do you have all the fucking teams in New York playing at 1 o'clock? Okay? I don't get it. Giants and Eagles is a big game. Everyone's watching that. So, same as Jets in Buffalo. That's another big fucking game. Everybody wants to watch that. So now you got to go bananas all day. Or you got to sit in the bar, try to pay attention to two games. By the time you get to the halftime, you're fucking still not. Saints have a bye week, but who gives a shit? They're fucking horrible this year. I don't even want to mention the Saints anymore this year. I think I'm just going to cut them out of the fucking sports update. NHL Rangers play the Avalanche tonight at 9 o'clock, and they play the Pacers Saturday at 7. Islanders play the Devils tonight at 7, and they play the Hurricanes Saturday at 7:30. NBA, Nets play the Hawks tonight at 7:30. Knicks and Hornets tonight at 7 o'clock, and the Bulls and Mavs Saturday at 8 o'clock. On Tommy's Pub and Grub review, we're going to talk about one of my favorite sandwich joints, Valley Caterers, right here in the neighborhood in Franklin Square. If you've never been there, go on down. My God, it's a cornucopia of just delightment. Not only are they a deli, but they're also a caterer. They do all kinds of hot dinners, hot meals. Holiday times, people are ordering roasts and turkeys and all kinds of shit, and everything is made on the premises. And they even have a bakery. They make all their own bread, and they make the most unbelievable pies you'll ever have. It's like going to a fucking farm stand. The place is amazing, but they are known for their fucking sandwiches. Oh my God. And everything is, I have wet dreams about this place. I'm not afraid to tell you. Even when I was out in New York, I would constantly think about this joint. They have a bunch of custom sandwiches. Take a look at what I had for lunch Saturday. The Big Beef Bonanza. It's their own roast beef, which is amazing. They make it in-house. Seasoned perfectly. They cook it to a nice rare. Oh my God, it's delicious. And the Big Beef, I'm happy with just a roast beef and Swiss with a little coleslaw and a little mayo and tomato and coleslaw, or coleslaw and Russian dressing. But the Big Beef Bonanza, this is the Mac Daddy. Now, this is roast beef with melted white American. I always get the white American. Russian dressing, pickles, coleslaw. Unbelievable. You add a little shaved onion to this, and I swear to God, it tastes like a Big Mac on fucking steroids. Look, is that not a sexy fucking sandwich? Is it not? Come on. Look at that. How do you look at that and not get excited? Okay? I get a chubby when I look at these things. But everything, their pastrami is made in-house. Their corned beef, their brisket, everything. They have roast turkey that they make that makes the most unbelievable sandwiches. Probably runs a close second to my ultimate Thanksgiving hero. They have something similar. Just not as good as mine, but it's pretty damn close. As a matter of fact, they used to have, and they haven't done it, I think, because of inflation, but they used to, every Saturday, they would have prime rib. And you could get a prime rib hero. They named one of the sandwiches after me. It's called a knockout. This is fun. Because every other Saturday I would go in there and I would get one of these prime rib heroes, and I would order it with. I told him, don't melt the cheese. Just put the hot meat on the cheese, and then put the au jus on top of that, and because the prime rib was cooked to a nice medium rare, and just some sautéed onions, and that's it. And you got to eat this thing once, friggin' hot, and juicy, and drippy. So one afternoon, I go in there, I get my hero, and they have like tables set up outside. And it was nice out, and I go sit down outside, and I'm about to bite into my sandwich, and there was some kid, black kid, probably from fucking Elmont or Hempstead or whatever, real ghetto blaster, just sitting down next to me. And he's full fucking thinks he's got a 6-pack of hard apple cider. Make this shit up. Angry Orchard, and he's a couple in. And he's a little stoned, and he's on the phone, he's talking loud, he's being obnoxious, and he's interrupting my lunch. And I didn't want to hear it. So I politely asked him if he wouldn't mind shutting up or lowering his conversation. And apparently, he didn't like that. And they try what every other one of these fucking assholes try. That intimidation. What the fuck you say? What'd you say? What'd you say? I'm a wrong guy for that. So the guy gets in my grill. I said, before I even took a bite, I said, pal, if you don't back the fuck up, I said, you're going to have a problem. What the fuck you going to do? What you going to do? So I got up and I clocked him. Just fucking laid him. Broke his jaw. One shot. Bang. Laid him out. He hit the fucking chair. He was upside down. His jaw's like this. He's out cold. And I sit back down and I continued to eat my lunch. Now, the guys inside had heard the commotion. As they were running out, they see me get up and just whack the kid. Just fucking lay him out right there on Franklin Avenue and sit back down like nothing happened. And they looked at me and go, dude, what the fuck? I went, what? Because you just knocked the kid out. I'm like, yeah, he's being an asshole. He goes, so you sit back down and continue eating your lunch? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? It's a prime rib. This is delicious. And if it's my last fucking meal, I'm going to enjoy it. He said, aren't you worried he's going to call the cops? I went, nah. It's by the time I'm done, this kid will just be coming around. He won't know what the fuck hit him. So they continue to call the sandwich a knockout. So whenever I would go in there and order it, they would go, a Tommy knockout? No problem. But unfortunately, they don't have any prime rib anymore. I guess it's too expensive. You have to charge like $30 for a fucking sandwich. But I love these guys. They're the only place that keeps pork roll in the deli case for me, otherwise known as Taylor ham. It's a Jersey thing. You might have heard me mention it. It's probably one of the few things in this world that I will say is a close second, if not maybe just a little bit better than bacon. And it makes a great egg sandwich. You have a little pork roll, egg, and white American cheese on a roll with some salt, pepper, ketchup. That's a good way to start your day. Otherwise, I make like a Jersey Turnpike type of sandwich. It's grilled pork roll with sauteed onions, white American, and a little deli mustard on a hero. Holy shit, it's fucking amazing. They're the only people that keep it for me, and that's why I love these guys. They're one of my top 5 sandwich joints. The only thing I will tell you not to do when you go in there is order like an Italian hero, because they're not Italian. They're German. So they're Italian heroes. Not what I would want as far as an Italian hero. For that, I got to go to an Italian deli. But check them out. Valley Caterers, Franklin Avenue, Franklin Square, fucking best. Especially now with the holidays, grab a pie. I mean, their fried chicken is one of my absolute favorites in the world. And I've lived in the South. I've been everywhere. I've done it all. It's fucking great. But their fried chicken is just spot on. Anyway, on What the Fuck Is That? We're going to talk about a mensch on a bench. Now, this is not a new thing. This has been around for, I would say, probably maybe the last 7 or 8, maybe even 10 years. The mensch on a bench is the Jewish answer to the elf on the shelf. They just can't let the Gentiles have something. They gotta have, like, we got a Christmas tree, they got a menorah. We got Christmas balls, they got a dreidel. We got, 12 days of Christmas, they got 8 days. Well, that's how we got them. Because, like, what? They got 8 days of Hanukkah presents? Yeah, but you get one present every day for 8 days. We got 12 days of Christmas, and if you're Italian, I mean, you don't know what the hell to do with half the swag. So, it's always, shot for shot. So we had the elf on the shelf. They had to come up with the mensch on the bench. Now, we all know the rules with the elf on the shelf. The elf on the shelf comes out at night after Thanksgiving. On Black Friday, I think he's supposed to pop up, or night after Thanksgiving, he makes his way over here, or she, or it, or whatever the fuck. Maybe the elf is transgender now, I don't know. Okay? It comes here from the North Pole, and during the day, it just sits there, like a fucking smack addict in a methadone clinic, and then at night it gets into some kind of trouble like the rest of us. It gets into mischief, it does stuff. And you're not supposed to touch the elf on the shelf, because if you do, you'll kill it. Swear to God, it's in the book. Okay, you're not supposed to touch. It loses its magic and dies. It says it. Okay? We Gentiles don't fuck around. But so I was talking to somebody the other day, and I said, what? And they're Jewish, they have kids, they have to mention the bench out, and I says, so what happens with the mention on the bench? They go, it's like the elf on the shelf, And I says, yeah, but what happens when you touch it? Does it die, or does it just become unkosher? Like, I don't know. I want to know. Like, what? No, it doesn't die. I'm like, well, the fucking elf dies. You touch the elf, you kill it. No, I said, yeah, read the book. I said, does the mention on the bench come with the book, or is that extra? Huh? So, I don't know what the purpose of the mention on the bench. What does it come from Israel? Like, is it a rabbi? Does it circumcise people in their sleep? That's another thing I'm a little concerned about. I'm just saying, I don't want one of these fucking things. You know what I mean? You don't know. You don't know. What is this thing doing? Eats all the matzah. Like, what happens? Okay, throws your bacon away. What happens with the mensch on the bench? Anyway, kids on right or racist. Okay. Only 47% of all of the French citizens shower or take a bath every day, as reported by the United Kingdom newspaper, The Independent. Well, that's right. Oui, you smell like shit, you French bucks, you. All right, kids, your PSA. Well, holiday season brings holiday shopping. And I'm not a shopper. I hate going into stores, but I had to go to Macy's last week. I want to say, was it last Sunday? Might have been last Sunday. So I go to Macy's. I had to return something that I bought online. They sent me the wrong thing, because everyone's fucking dumb. So I go into Macy's, and I'm waiting online, and I was at the Macy's in Roosevelt Field, because actually I had to exchange it. That's the only reason why I did it. So I know they had what I was looking for, so I went there, I found what I wanted, I got online. And the line is fairly long because it's the holidays, it's a Sunday, I get it, everybody's shopping, I'm not going to make a big fucking deal. But I noticed that there's a lot of empty registers. Okay, so not a lot of people are working. I don't know if they don't want to hire people don't want to work, but everyone's fucking retarded. I don't know what's happening, okay? So I'm waiting online, I'm waiting. Matter of fact, there's a guy behind me, black guy, we started talking, he goes, he's like, older guy goes, man, they gotta get some more people. This is ridiculous. I said, something, not for nothing, but this is why people steal. I said, because it's easier to just fucking steal the shit you want to buy. And rather wait on this line, he goes, you know what, man, you're right. He goes, that goddamn, you're right. They need to get more people. They want to cut down on the shoplifting. And he's absolutely right. Now, here's what, see, not only do they gotta get more people, but they have to have designated areas for certain things. Like in Macy's, every cashier could do everything. Returns, exchanges, purchases, all kinds of shit. You should have one line for exchanges and returns, another line for purchases. Makes it a little easier. So anyway, there was this couple in front of me, this young, I don't know what the hell they were. They, I don't know if they were Muslim or Arab, whatever the fuck they were young, the kids, they were in their 20s. So I'm standing there watching them. They were right in front of me. So the guy before them went, and I said, they don't have anything in their hand. What the fuck are they waiting online for? And they get up to the fucking counter, and they say to the cashier, who was a little frazzled at this point, she's like, I can't wait to go on my break. I'm going on my break. I'm like, sweetheart, you ain't fucking moving until, So she goes, so these two kids get up there, they go, we'd like to open up a credit card. I'm like, did I just fucking hear them right? And the guy behind goes, they want to open a credit card. I'm like, what the fuck? So the cashier, instead of telling them, go online, she hands them the application to fill out, and they're asking her questions on interest rates and what different kinds of cards. I went fucking bananas. I swear, you fucking crazy? Get off the fucking line. Get off the line. Turned into John Panette for a minute. I'm like, get off the line. He says, you do that shit online. You could do that on your phone. What? I said, does this look like a bank to you? Get the fuck out of here. I went so crazy that they dropped the application and ran out of the store. I don't understand how I don't get arrested sometimes. I swear to God. Anyway, stay COVID-less, kids. No mask, don't ask. Haters can kiss my ass. And remember, who loves you, babe? It's Bring Your Friday Wrap-Up, and I'll see you when I see you.